Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to do a get ready with me, and I'm going to show you some tips for hooded eyes and some newbies from KIKO. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today, and we're going to start with a primer. And I'm using this primer by Maybelline. This is the Face Studio Primer Anti-Redness Primer. And I'm going to apply it with a brush and with tapping motions on the brush. I usually put it on my hand. Oh, whoa, too much. And I'm tapping it on my face. So how are you these days? How are you coping with the epidemic of the corona? How things are at your country? Let me know. I'm curious to find out. So here everything, well, it's not normal. I have been back to work, my kids are back at school. Definitely not normal. I'm going to use this B Max Sierra bees on my lips because they're very dry. And I have a new thing here that I have in the corner of my lip here. I don't know, I got I think it's from dryness. Okay, so put some. I love this. Well, I have this one, an oldie from Pupa that I found in my drawer. Pupa Cover Cream Concealer 005. This is a green tinted. And I want to use it. And I'll use it with a brush. Because I don't like this spongy thing. I'm going to take the material and put it where I have redness. This is a green corrector for redness. Even though I put on the primer, which is primer for redness, I want to put some more that will help neutralize the redness in my face. I didn't use it for a very long time. I just found it. I hope it is still good. There is no bad scent to it, so I'll put it here. I won't put it close to my eyes because I don't know, I don't remember when I bought it and how long do I have it, but I feel like it will help. Oh, I have a new friend here on my face. I didn't even pay attention to it. Okay, that's it. I'm all green. I think I put too much. I usually put it with my fingers. I don't know why I wanted a brush. Okay, let's foundation, but we have to keep it. Okay, let's do eyebrows. Eyebrows is good. Okay, so I'm using my e.l.f. It is called Instant Lift Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. So I'm brushing my eyebrows first. And then I am covering them. Now, I love this pencil because it is quick and it's easy to apply, and it makes me do my brows in a heartbeat, which I love, especially in the morning when I am getting ready to work and I want to get out of the door in 10 minutes. I don't have time to do something special with my eyebrows. So this pencil is divine, especially for people that are in a hurry like I am. In the morning, really 10 minutes and I'm out of the door, maybe 11 sometimes, but I really try to keep it at 10 minutes. I don't want it to be more than 10 minutes. Okay, let's take the same brush that I used for the primer to dab up the green shade. I don't want to be too green under the makeup. Okay, like so. Now I look completely white. And I'm taking my foundation. This is the Maybelline Fit Me in the color 120. I'm taking 2 pumps. And I'm taking 1 pump from my Revlon Candid, which is 220. Yep. And I'm taking a damp sponge, combining these two together. And that way I have the shade that works for me, because my Maybelline is a bit too dark. And there are days that it's okay, but I don't know, I haven't been in the sun all week and I don't feel like I can wear something very dark. It will be strange. So I'm applying it with tapping motions like I always do. There's nothing new here. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. I'm back with foundation. I put just 1 coat, even though you can still see all the spots on my face. I didn't spot conceal. I just put 1 coat of foundation with my sponge, and I'm back. I'm going to show you some tricks that I have for hooded eyes. What are hooded eyes? Well, if you can see that this section of my eye is directly above my lid, which means that you can't really see my lid. Look at it. When it's closed and when it's open, you can see only this part of the lid. These are hooded eyes, and there are some tricks that can help you make the hooded eyes look better. First of all, never forget to put primer on your eyelids and powder. I'm using my MAC paint pot in a color soft ochre, and I'm applying it all over the lid. I'm not leaving any surface that is uncovered with primer. Very important. When you don't put primer, it doesn't look good when you have hooded eyes. So don't ever skip putting the primer, and make sure that it is cohesive, like so. Okay, so I've put the eyeshadow primer all over my lid. I'm going to take my powder and a small brush and powder the lid all over the lid. This is very important. Don't skip that stage. It helps to brighten the area and it helps with hooded eyes. Next up, I have to put some transition shade, and I'm using my Focolor Perth palette. This is the palette, and I'm taking this color here. It is called Shrimp. Interesting name for a transition shade. Now, usually we put the transition shade in the crease, but if we have hooded eyes, we're going to put the transition shade above the crease. So if this is my crease, okay, I'm going to put here above the crease my transition shade, and not in the crease as we usually do. Okay, this is a big difference, because when we put it in the crease, we are reducing our eye even more than they are already reduced. Look, when I'm opening my eyes, you can see only the outer section of the lid. So I'm putting the transition shade above the crease and not in the crease like I usually do. Okay, big difference. Okay, now this is transition shade done. Next up, I'm going to use my new Wet n Wild palette. This is called the Brunette Rock, the Jungle Rock palette. The only thing missing from this palette, well, 2 things. One is a mirror, and second, a transition shade. So I had to go to another palette for transition shade. Okay, next tip for hooded eyes: the dark color goes only in the outer corner of the eye and never on all of the eye, and especially not in the inner part. Never put dark color in the inner corner of your eyes if you have hooded eyes. So I think it is beautiful purple here, and I'm going to apply it with my flat brush, and I'm putting it in the outer corner of my eyelid, like so. This is something that I always do, and this is especially good for hooded eyes. If we'll put this dark color all over the lid, then our eyes will look hooded. Hoodier? I don't know. Hoodest? I don't know if there's a word, but it will look worse. It will look closed, more closed, if I put this dark shade all over my lid. And I want to make my eyelid bright and beautiful. So taking my purple color on the outer corner, and only on the outer corner, like so. Okay, and same goes to the lower lash line. Also on the lower lash line I will put the dark color on the outer corner of my eye, and I will never put the dark color all over my lower lash line. So I'm taking my mirror and I'm just putting it in the same ratio, put it in the same way that I put on my upper lid. I'm putting it on the outer corner, and I'm not putting it all over like sometimes I do, but it's not flattering for hooded eyes. Okay, now I'm going to put some light color in the inner corner of my eye and in the inner corner of my lower lash line. So I'm taking a brush and I'm taking this bright color here. It is called Don't Be Lion. Don't Be Lion. This is a very dark, very light, sorry, color, and I'm putting it like so. And look immediately how beautiful it looks. Now here, don't pay attention that I have too much material. I will clean it up. I didn't put concealer, if you remember. Even though I put down the foundation, I didn't put concealer, so I can clean everything up. And I also have fallout, so I'll clean out the fallout as well with the concealer. This, I know in advance that this palette has a lot of fallout. Okay, so this is it, and I'm taking and I am smudging the edges a bit with this brush, and the same color I'm putting on my lower lash line, in the inner corner of my lower lash line, like so. Now I could have used a different brush which is more suited for this, but I didn't because I am cleaning everything up with the concealer. Okay, now it looks horrendous because I put on too much, but don't worry, we'll clean it in a minute. The thing that I wanted to talk to you about, when I put my dark color in the outer corner, I want to push it up a bit and not down. I want to put it up like this, because when I put it up, it pulls everything up. I will clean it in a minute, don't worry. I can see that you're worried, but don't be. Okay, that's it. Now I have to clean here. Next up, another tip for hooded eyes. I'm taking my highlighter and I'm putting it directly under the bone. I'm not putting it all over the space that I have. I'm just putting it here very lightly Don't put it all over the brow bone, only directly under your eyebrow, on the bone itself, so it will highlight and give focus to it and not give focus to all the eyebrow. Okay, next up I have to put concealer. So this is another thing that you have to do. Always put concealer under your eyes. Okay, always don't skip that part. It is very important to give more light to your face and under eye area. It will help you with your makeup. Now I have some fallout here, and I'm going to put some concealer on it. So I'm using my concealer to correct if I have any fallout, and if I didn't put my... I was just too lazy to take a new brush, even though I have a new brush by KIKO that I wanted to try, and it would have been perfect for this. I still have this. It would have been perfect for the under eye area. Well, maybe next time I'll try it. Now I put on the concealer, and I'm taking my small mirror, and I'm just improving everything here. I covered a bit of the color that I put under my eyes, which is exaggerated like here. So I'm covering it up, and first I'm using a brush because I want to have a clean line, and it's harder to do a clean line with a sponge. So I'm just tapping here, taking a smaller brush. I just want to see that everything is cleaned and no purple residue. And now it's a good time to fix the corner. Okay, you can see that I corrected it so it will lift the eye and not bring it down. Now it's time to powder. Before I powder, I want to put my contouring stick under my bone. So I'm feeling with my finger where is the bone, and I'm applying it directly under it, very lightly. This is a very dark shade. Also here, where is the bone? Here. Where is the shade needs to be? Here. I'm not using this dark pigment to do my contouring around my face. I'm leaving it as so, because it's a very dark color for me, and I tried it once all over my face and that wasn't very flattering. So I find that if I use it only here, it looks better. Okay, like so. And I have dark under my jawline. Next up, now it's time to powder, and I'm taking my Nikea Joy Cosmetics Velvet Finishing Powder, and I'm taking my small brush and I'm putting some under the eye, and never forget to tap the axis. Now this time I have a lot of concealer under my eye, which is more than usual, and I want it to stay in place like so. Okay, and now we can see how pretty it is. I have this pencil by KIKO. This is by KIKO Milano. This is the Magical Holiday 02 pencil. It has one side is brown, other side is gold. Putting the brown color on the lower waterline, but only at the tip, on the outer tip of the eye, like so. Okay, I'm not putting it all over the lid because it will ruin everything we did, like so. Okay, and now I'm taking my gold, which is light color, and I'm applying it all over the waterline. If I put a dark color all over my bottom waterline, then my eyes will look smaller and I'm losing the effect that I want to achieve. Okay, and next up I'm going to put mascara on, and I'm using my Essence Lash Princess false lash effect, and I'm taking a small mirror and I'm applying it, and I'm applying it also on the lower lash line. Okay, don't put mascara only on the upper lash line but also on the bottom lash line, and I'm putting one coat and wiggling it, one coat and wiggling. Okay, I'm going to put first on my upper and then on my lower lashes, and I'm wiggling it. Don't forget to wiggle, it's important so your little hairs in the little lashes won't stick to one another, so wiggle it. Okay, when I'm done wiggling, I'll go over to my lower lashes and just put a tiny coat. And that makes all the difference. Okay, now you can see how pretty it is, and it complements my eye and it's very flattering. Okay, next up we can bronze, and for bronzer I have this by KIKO. This is the Green Mist series bronzer 102 warm sienna, and now I'm feeling like I'm in Siena, Italy. This is the color, this is the right color for me. It is dark enough that I will feel like I catch some sun, and I'm putting it above my bone. I'm putting it in the outer perimeter of my face, like so. Like so. Okay, now I bronze and I look alive, not dead, because I was too white. Next up I'm blushing, and I'm using my Essence Matte Touch Blush in the shade 20, and I'm taking a bit and I am taking off any excess on the back of my hand, took too much, and putting it on the apples and upwards, on the apples and upwards. Essence blushes are very good and very affordable. Next up is highlighter, and I'm using my Focalor Duo Scalp Glow in the shade 03, and I'm taking my brush, tapping off the excess, giving myself shine to the face very gently with a very light hand. Like so. Now I am looking at myself, and my eyebrows need a bit of fixing, so I'm adding some color to my eyebrows. Not a lot, just a little bit when I have blanks. Okay, much better. And with the brush, like so. I'm loving it. Okay, so I tapped off the excess of the balm on my lips, and I have two new by KIKO, two new lip pencils. One, two, three. I have two new lip pencils by KIKO. The first one is this one. This is Ocean Feel lip liner in the shade 02. And I have this one, the KIKO creamy color comfort lip liner in the shade 301. These two, one is more red Okay, I haven't used it yet, brand new. And this is the color, this is the shade, and next to it it's a more of a nudie shade. So I'm going to use the darker one to put on my lips. So I'll put the liner and I'll be right back. I put some lip liner around my lips. Now it's time to put some lipstick, and I have these two newbies that I bought from KIKO. They are called Smart Fusion Lipstick, and I have one in the color 405 and one in the color 404, but they are very different. This is more pinkish, this is more brownish. I will swatch them for you. This is the, let me see, this is the 405 here, and the 404 is here next to it. Very, very similar. One is more brown, one is more pink. And we'll take the pink one, 405. And I'm putting it on my lips, and I'm putting it in tapping motions. No, I'll put it regularly. Like so. I love about KIKO, they have the perfect lipsticks, very creamy, not drying, perfect shades. I love them, and they are very affordable, so 3 in the price of 1. Okay guys, this is the final look. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. I know that I enjoyed creating this look together with you. It turned out beautifully. It complements my hooded eyes. And I hope that you will take some of the tips that I share with you today and implement them. And let me know in the comment section down below if you liked anything, if it worked for you. What do you think? I love hearing from you. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell, and I'll catch you all in my next video. Bye.